Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Guys, mute your speakers. Mute your speakers. It's happening. It's happening today, man. Oh, God. It's too early for that, man. Oh, here's the neighbor screaming. Just kidding. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? What's going on? Another one bites the dust, man. I wish I could play the song. That would be so iconic right now. We play the song. Dun dun dun. Another one bites the dust. Ah, dun. Another one bites the dust, and another one down, and another one down. So we got another company biting the dust today. What's new? I guess. Can you even really unexpect that at this point? Every day I expect to wake up to another company going down the drain. But here we are, man. People using too much leverage. It's a great lesson, you know. Even the companies use too much leverage. These people and all these smart people that can't manage their funds because they use too much leverage. Sounds a lot like a lot of traders out there. That's just me. Anyways, let's freaking get busy today. Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a drop. You know, is it all news? No, I do think it was coming up to resistance anyways, and it could not break the 17K level anyways, right? And that's sort of where we're at. Now, guys, I think a lot of us are just sick of the FUD, man. FUD, 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 FUD. Everywhere I go, it's FUD this, FUD that, FUD this. Now you guys are telling me there's going to be an SBF Caroline sex tape that's coming out? That's even more FUD. I don't want anything to do with that. Holy moly. Some of you guys saying you pay pay-per-view for that stuff, and then they'll be able to pay back all their customers, right? Charge $20 for the sex tape. There we go. They pay back all their customers. Holy moly, man. And then some of you guys are, Clint came out with the banger joke of the day. You literally had me cracking up before the stream that soon we're going to see FTT Classic come out. All I could do is laugh, man. Listen, it's not a funny manner, but, Clint coming out with the FTT Classic joke was absolutely priceless. Give it like another week, Sam Bankman-Fried's going to come out with FTT Classic. But anyways, cheers. That was a good movie, was it? Holy moly, man. Never a better time to learn how to use a ledger than now. Be safe. Absolutely facts. Anyways, let's see what Bitcoin's doing right now, guys. So what is the price action going right now, man? What's going down? What is going down in Goblin Town right now? Huh? What's going down in Goblin Town? What's going down besides Goblin Town right now? Well, here's the thing, guys. I mean, Bitcoin just could not smack 17K. It was rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection. Man, we just couldn't do it. It did not have any type of juice to get back over 17K. Now, here's the deal, guys. And here's going to be the big breaker point for Bitcoin here in the short term. Listen, charts right now, I do think they're helpful. They will give you certain points where if they start to break, that's where you can look for Bitcoin to have some major moves to the downside if these levels break. But right now, I think everyone and their mother's watching this range right here for Bitcoin, right? Between about 16,250 and about 16,350. Everyone and their mother's watching that region right now, okay? And will it hold is the big question, right? I take a look over here at the 4-hour time frame, and here's what I'm watching here. And here's the deal, guys. I think if Bitcoin comes back down and smacks this region right here, it ain't going to be pretty. Just my take, I think we really want to hold this in the short term. If this doesn't hold in the short term, it ain't gonna be a pretty sight here, especially with everyone and their mother panicking right now. Now, we're still above it, right? So use it as support until it's broken, right? We always like to say that. Do some como sa until it's broken. Everything. It's like the cat that's in the fire. Everything is fine. That meme that's sort of in the fire there. But I really want to see this level hold here on the short-term time frames. If this level doesn't hold, man, we probably come back down and test the lows, and we probably don't want to do that again. I don't think we want to do that again at this point, but that's where we're at. I'm watching this RSI support line coming up like this, and this could give us a little bit of indication before it breaks. You've got this RSI trend line coming up. We are testing it right now. We are sitting right on top of that like a brick house that it looks like it's about to fall. It's melting right now from the heat that is being pushed on the crypto market right now, my friends. All right, so I'm watching this like a hawk on the 4-hour close. This has still got, 11 o'clock. Still got 1 hour until the close, all right? But if this closes below here, oh boy, I think we could be in store for a little bit of a fireworks, possibly a fireworks day in general here. With the stock market also coming down. It looks like the DXY is coming back up. So that's not a recipe for success here in the morning time for Bitcoin. So let's watch this very carefully. Like I said, I want to hold this support. If we don't, it's likely we're coming back down to test the lows and could get a little bit iffy from there. All right. But I guess that's sort of my short-term outlook. If we want to zoom in super a lot, right? I don't even know if that's a word. Super a lot here. The one thing that I could say is there was a 15-minute vector candle down here. You could argue this move down was just a retake of this 15-minute vector looking left. Man, it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see what happens here in the short term, guys. Like I said, I'm still letting the dust settle here. The dust, and this is why I said yesterday, guys, we don't know the full extent of this FTX fallout, right? There could be more companies that still haven't come out yet. You know what I mean? And not in the way you're thinking, right? They haven't come out as far as their insolvencies or their bankruptcies, right? So, man, let's keep letting the dust settle. But I think it will be an interesting day. At least keeping you on your seat to see if this level holds right here, my friends. Let me see what we guys over here. Testing my personal lows here. Very interesting, my friend. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Working out well for Trust Wallet token? Yeah, a lot of the decentralized exchanges and a lot of the wallet coins have been performing extremely well. One I'm looking forward to here, and if Bitcoin does get this drop here, DYDX is one I'm really looking at, man, which has been performing very, very well. It's actually still up on the day when everything else is down. I'm hoping that I've been sort of hoping that the DYDX comes and retraces to the 0.5 Fibonacci. That's where I'd buy some DYDX. But it's still holding up like a freaking rock, man. I don't think it wants to do it. It's still holding up like a damn rock. We'll see if Bitcoin breaks the support, what some of these tokens do, but those right now seem to be the plays, right? The safeguarding your crypto plays, right? The centralized things seem to be the plays at the moment. Makes sense. Makes sense in times like this, you know? Let's see what's in here today. Rob, what's going on, buddy? When Bitcoin hits 17K, the next exchange will go down. Would I be surprised? Absolutely not. Hey, Mr. Lee, enjoy the show. Who else we got going here? Albert, what's going on, buddy? All we can do is troll post in times like this. It's facts, man. It's facts, and that's why I keep saying let the dust settle, man. But the only thing we can do right now is say, okay, right? Bitcoin's at $16,000 right now. Okay, it was at $69,000 yesterday, and I was watching. What was I watching this morning? I was watching. What was I watching? Banter. I was watching Banter's show today, just to have something in the background. And I think Gareth Soloway said it best, right? And I know a lot of you guys listen to Gareth Soloway. Right now, Bitcoin's at 16,000, right? It was at 69,000 a year ago. To me, and he said the same thing. This is what I've been saying. To me, the risk versus reward of buying right now is greater than the risk of, obviously just kind of holding out here. Because listen, I'm not trying to time the bottom. We ain't doing that anymore. Okay, we are not leveraging. We are buying our way down. Okay, 14K, 12K, 10K. We got buy orders at those levels. And that's really what I'm going for here. I'm not trying to time the bottom. I'm buying the way down and selling on the way up. That's all I can do right now because I don't know the full extent of this shit show that's going on right now. And no one does, right? It seems like a new news story comes out every single freaking day. So that's where we're at, right? That's where we're at. I would say it's a continued wait and see scenario, right? I mean, obviously yesterday we had BlockFi going down, right, for possible bankruptcy filing. Which, I mean, that doesn't look great for the BlockFi users at the current moment. And today we had Genesis, right? Genesis holding customer withdrawals at wake of FTX collapse. So it seems like every day something new's coming out. Get out of here, man. Get this ad out of here. We only want fear and greed ads. We don't want this bullshit. All right? Get out of here. So, I mean, stuff going on left and right, man. And to be honest, FUD is going to keep coming. FUD is going to keep coming. I'm sick of the FUD, man. I really, really am. I really, really am. And I think times like this, the fear is so freaking high that, I mean, the fear is ridiculously high right now. It doesn't reflect in like the fear and greed index, but I've never seen the crypto space this on edge in my entire life. I haven't. It's absolutely insane. So all we can really do is look for the long term and like I said, for buying opportunities as Bitcoin goes down here, wherever it goes at this point, is what I'm looking to do. About 3 million Bitcoin available for trade and falling. Becker told me to time the bottom. Listen, man. If you look at what the whales do, they don't try to time the bottom. They buy on the way down and sell on the way up slowly. They don't go all in on what they think is the bottom. Now, some of them might hit it, and then they'll be geniuses and the profits for like a year, and then they'll do something wrong, and everyone's like, "You were wrong." That's how this market works. Anyways, let's see what else goes going on today. The daily time frame, we're still just range bound, right? I mean, this is really a range until Bitcoin breaks out of 17.6 or 16K. We're still just in a freaking range, man. Holy moly, we ain't doing shit in this range. and to be perfectly fair, if you kind of look at what Bitcoin's doing, right, not from like a super technical standpoint, but you just look at it's making lower highs, it's making higher lows. Something's gonna give here, right? And you look around and you see the absolute fear and panic of the market right now, and man, normally I'd say, okay, everyone is super fearful, right? So that means the market's just going to crush it to the upside here. Man, it ain't looking good here for the short term. I'll say that. If we want to keep it 100, right? Let's keep it 100. Let's not pull a George. Okay, I'd say short term, things are looking a little bit shady out here in the crypto space, my friends. You know, let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not sugarcoat it, man. Let me see. If we can't be whales, at least copy them. Copy the whales. If it was that easy, I think everyone would do it. No. What else we got? Weekly time frame. I think, you know, for the same type of reason, 16,200 is the big pivot point for me on the weekly time frame, right? That's the weekly swing high lows from January 2018. All right, sorry, the swing highs from January 2018. That's where we want to close this week. It's Wednesday. We still got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? And we still got 5 days left in the week. Once again, we closed the weekly below 16.2. I think 13,800 is pretty likely at this point, man. I'm going to be honest. That seems pretty likely, bro. And right now is one of those fascinating times where, like, if this shit show wasn't going down, I'd be like, dude, everyone's so fearful right now. It's going to pop up to the upside. I think right now is a time where you have to be a little bit of a realist and sort of realize that, okay, the stock market's had a huge pump up the last couple weeks, right? The DXY has been coming down the last week or so. What happens if they get a retrace? And Bitcoin couldn't even go up during those times. Well, here we are, right? With sort of the NASDAQ trying to come down today, the S&P trying to come back down today, and the DXY, which it's not really coming back up, actually. At least at the current moment. It's sort of just holding the lows. What happens when the DXY starts to come back up a little bit, man? We'll see, right? We'll see. Miller said, bro, it's been so boring since Friday. Why these market makers and news taking so long to do something? It's Wednesday already? Facts. Because I think people are a little confused right now, man, right? You got all this FUD going on, but at the same time, Bitcoin's at 16K, right? So I think we got to be able to look at this from like a philosophy standpoint at this point. So Bitcoin's at 16K. You got exchanges going down. The interesting is that Bitcoin's came down so much that the people who are really in crypto for the long term, I don't think are panic selling at this point. I think the people who are selling are the people who are forced sellers at this point, right? These exchanges that are going insolvent and are being forced to sell their crypto. Or people who are over leveraged, right, long from 2020 and had those trades open and now are getting liquidated. Those are the people that, unfortunately, are sort of selling out their crypto. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? I always think what you guys think. What do you guys think? Or do you guys think that people who are in here for the long term, do you guys really think they're selling their BTC at 16K right now? Or do you guys think it's just the forced sellers? I got to think it's the forced sellers at this point, man. You know, is someone who's bought crypto at 60K, you're going to sell at 16K? I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ben said XRP settlement in 2 hours. Dude, you know how many times he said that, bro? Like, listen, BitBoy's been right about a lot of this stuff with SBF, but he's been wrong a lot of times with XRP. So I'm not going to trust that XRP is going to have a settlement in 2 hours, man. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. As much as I want some positive news, that's probably the last thing I would trust at the current moment. It would be hell of a timing, though, wouldn't it? Woo! Hell of a timing for that. You know what I mean? During the storm, all the shrimp head for the Wayne's coming out with the quotes at this point. You know it's bad when Wayne's just coming out with the quotes, man. All right, what else we got going on, guys? I think, you know, man, let's see what else we got. I think this narrative for a spring down here. Now, you still did get the major, you still did get the major volume that came down, right? So this was, in all, you know, definitions of the book, a major capitulation for Bitcoin, right? From 21K down to 15K, that was a serious sell-off. Right? Like we said, record high volume for Coinbase, record high volume for Binance, the two biggest exchanges. Those, I mean, that is some serious sell volume that came in. Typically, when you see that, you do see a retrace. All right, so I guess we still have that going for us, but we just have not seen that snap back yet, right? That snap back that the market's like, holy shit, right? This sold off a little bit too much here in the short term. Let's bring it back up. We haven't seen that yet. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but normally I'd like to see that happen a little bit faster than we see now. And now we're kind of just consolidating at the lows in sort of this little like symmetrical triangle pattern that is usually a continuation pattern. You know, we go over to here and we sort of say, okay, let's look at the 4-hour chart. You know, you're making this higher low, albeit not a crazy higher low, but, you know, higher low and lower high structure, right? Typically, this is a continuation pattern. You know, the market maker is going to do what they want to do, right? Continuation pattern's fun, but I would have liked to see a snapback before we've kind of had it. But this is where we're at, right? We're kind of watching this lower high, higher low structure, and you know, just for a little bit of fun, if we were to look at what the measure move to both sides would be, right? I'm not a big fan of measure moves, as you guys know. It is what it is. You got to do measure moves sometimes. Breakout target would put this, I mean, 13,500, 13,600, which is right around the areas everyone's looking for next, right? Which is that 13.8 to 14K level. So that's the downside target. Upside target would put you, if you did break to the upside, I mean, would technically be a retake of this wick up here, right? If it does break up to the upside, which makes a lot of sense too. But I think for us to do this move, I think you have to have some random shit happen. Like if this XRP case does get settled today, that would cause that move, you know? But I'm not going to be counting on that at the same time. Let's see. Can ETH hit 1K today, please? Can ETH hit 1K today, please? Hey, they're not going to make it that easy. I don't think they're going to make it that easy. They're going to, in my opinion, I would be surprised if this move is drawn out, right? Because everyone wants to see the move today. I don't know, man. I think based on this chart, you should see a move today. Or at least by tomorrow. You should see a move. You know, based on this 4-hour chart with lower highs, higher lows. You know what I mean? Don't tell me the fractals are repeating. The fractals. Holy moly, the S&P fractals. All right, what else we got going on today, guys? So the NASDAQ. We sort of said the NASDAQ retraced to the 0.5 Fibonacci. This could be an area where the NASDAQ comes back down. You know, normally these come up to the 618 Fibonacci. Like every single time you broke on one of these short-term downtrends, right? We break out, we come back up, we break out, we come back up. This move and this move came back up to the 618 retracements. This one has came up to the 0.5 retracement. Now, is the move over? I'm not going to say the move over is just because you're having one red day. I mean, it is what it is. It could just be a back test of these highs before a continuation up. But this is a point where you got to look at the NASDAQ possibly being topped out here in the short term. You got to take it for what it is, right? We'll see. I do think there's still some area of upside for the NASDAQ if it wants to come up a little bit higher to that 618 retracement, which is the downtrend of resistance, the 200-day moving average, and which is, what was I going to say? 618, downtrend of resistance, 200-day moving average. A lot of confluence at that level. So I'm not going to say it's over, right? It's over. It's over after one day. But, you know, it's obviously an area we have to look for possibly a retake of this liquidity down to the downside. DXY, same thing, right? It seems like it's building a little bit of a base here. And this is the point we said that you probably find some support, right? Resistance, 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 support, support. This is an area of big sort of support for the DXY. And this could be an area where you do get that retrace back up. Just to maybe retest some bottom of the areas and then continue do your continuation. But that's sort of where you're at, man. That's where you're at. All right. Let's watch the Bitcoin chart and kind of do our thing. QNT will be the new ETH. Batish, what's going on, buddy? Good morning, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know, guys, where are you buying Bitcoin next? Let me know in the chat. Well, let's do a poll. Let's do a quick poll this morning, man. Where will you buy Bitcoin next? Or if you guys are just strictly altcoin guys, where are you going to buy altcoins wherever relative where Bitcoin is? Let's do You're gonna buy some at 16K. You're gonna buy some at, 14K to 16K. Are you gonna buy some at, let's do 12. Let's do 12K to 14K. Or let's do waiting for sub 12K. Let's do this. Let's see what you guys say. I'm just curious. I like doing these polls every now and then just to see what the sentiment is in the market. I'm sure the sentiment is horrible right now. I won't be surprised if waiting for the sub K is about 30% of people. When I get more monies. JW said 8K. 14, not buying BTC. I'm buying ETH at 1K. Fair enough. I respect that. ETH and alts only, dude. If you're an altcoin maxi, it is what it is. I don't blame you. Just obviously, just keep in mind. I always want to say this for the altcoin maxis. Just keep in mind that, this is not FUD. This is honestly me being truthful, especially with the events that happened recently. If you only own altcoins, what happens if the SEC comes out and says that all altcoins are securities? And that's not me spreading FUD, man. It's not. That's me just being a realist at this point. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No one seems to talk about that. Anyways, let's see. Continue to go on here. And like I said, I own more altcoins than Bitcoin, so I'm not like saying like, oh, okay, I'm selling all my altcoins into Bitcoin. But I do try to keep, 30% or so of my portfolio in Bitcoin, just in case of that scenario. Because I think if that did happen, you see a lot of that altcoin money flow back into Bitcoin. So that's that. XRP spot only. I only buy XRP. I'll buy some BTC if it goes sub 10K. Guys, I would say don't bank on this XRP thing, man. And I'm not trying to spread FUD either. It's just, these same people were saying that XRP case was going to be settled for the last 2 years. So always keep that in mind, man. Just because someone's right about one thing does not mean they're going to be right about things in the future, man. I will definitely say that. This is a no FUD zone. No FUD. So BTC only, that would make sense, though. Oh, no, I'm not doing BTC only. Screw that, man. The upside of altcoins is too high for me to go BTC only. Screw that. Anyways, what else we got? So Bitcoin seems to be holding, I guess, initial support at the current moment. Ethereum. Let's see what we got going on here, man. Ethereum. Come on, man. Yeah, so this falling wedge played out pretty well for Ethereum, right? Rising wedge. Rising wedge, right at resistance, broke down to the downside, bada bing, bada boom. Now you got an interesting point on the charts here, where the 1 hour is a little bit oversold. And I believe you took, let's go down here. Yeah, so you took that liquidity back to the downside. Doesn't mean this move is over. This could just be a little bit of a reset of some indicators. And to come back up and take the liquidity to the upside where the shorts came down. But same thing for ETH here in the short term. Do we see a slight move up and then sort of continuation down after a retake of the shorts liquidity up here? Probably at this point. But that's where we're at for Ethereum as well. Ethereum. I'll make some more buying algo than BTC. That's true. I agree with that. Are negative facts okay? Is that still fun? Oh, negative facts are cool, man. Listen, right now it's hard to not talk about crypto without also talking about FUD. It's very hard to do so at the current moment, because you have to be a realist at some point, I mean, you got to be a little bit of a realist. If you're not, you're just sort of ignoring, I guess. It was one thing kind of ignoring the macro sense because, that looks like it's trying to take a turn, right? With inflation coming back down, right? CPI is lower, PPI is lower. You guys are coming with the PP jokes. The PP jokes are coming in. I already know. But when you have intra-crypto stuff, right? Stuff that is affecting the crypto market directly, that's a little bit different for me. A little bit different, man. All right. What else we got? What else do we got going on? So total market cap, huge level right now, man. Man, we do not want total market cap to break the previous all-time highs. We don't want to be doing that, my fellas. All right, because here we are, right? And we sort of said, okay, Bitcoin's broken its all-time highs, but total market cap, it hasn't. And we've talked in the past how big that total market cap could be. So sometimes I look at the total market cap chart, and the levels on total market cap actually respect better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin can be a shit show, but it seems like total market cap support resistance seem to always play out pretty freaking sweetly. Unlike my black coffee that I'm drinking this morning. And I just talked about yesterday how I would drink it with milk. Today we're drinking it black, man. That's what we're doing here. What are you guys drinking this morning? Coffee, water, lemon water. What are you guys drinking this morning? No, but I mean, total market cap's sitting right here, right there, man. And you got 786 Fibonacci, you got 300-week moving average. So much shit coming in at this level that, yeah, man, this is the week that we want to hold. If there's any week, because if we look down and we sort of say, okay, if total market cap breaks this level, there ain't much until all the way back down here. There ain't much until about a 43% drop. So this is the point where we want to hold for the bulls, for the bullas, for the bears. I guess not for the bears at this point. Once you go black coffee, you never go back. Oh Lord, you never go back. As long as my fridge is stockpiled with steak and beer, I'm good. I love steak, man. I haven't had a nice juicy steak in a long time. Like a steak that you just put your mouth in, you just bite into, and it's just super juicy. We talked about food enough last night, guys. We did. Coffee, water, protein shake. You can't go wrong with that, man. I'm gonna have my protein shake in a little bit. I get the muscle milk. I get the 40-gram muscle milk, and I drink one of those every day. Why? Because I bench press a lot. That's why, bitch. No, that's not why. I'm weak. When green pickle? Yeah, the green pickle. I don't know when the green pickle's coming, man. At this point. All right. What else is there? What else is there? I mean, we could do the same spiel. Honestly, it's like, I guess it's not really a spiel. I mean, it's facts up until this point, but. You know, right now, right, we're seeing this massive capitulation in the Bitcoin market. But once again, like if we want to keep it real here, we're seeing this absolute fear, capitulation, right? Crypto companies going down the shitter. And you look at what happened in the previous bear markets. So far, it hasn't even been worse than the previous bear markets, right? It feels worse because you got bigger players going down. But you also got to stay in the market caps higher so it can take more. You look at, this, obviously the blue one is the 2014 bear market, right? And the yellow one is the 2018 bear market. You look at where we're at. I mean, despite everything that's happened this year, right? And there's been a lot of shit that's happened this year, man, right? I mean, even going back to last year, China bans Bitcoin again, right? Tesla sells their BTC. Luna, a top 10 altcoin going to zero. FTT, the second biggest exchange, getting wrecked. Two of the biggest hedge funds in crypto going under. All right, now you got these little companies, BlockFi, Celsius, Gemini. Actually, I don't think it's Gemini. No, not Gemini. Not Gemini. But BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager. Now we got Genesis. The lift's probably not over at this point, guys. I wouldn't say it's over at this point. Despite all this shit, we're still higher than where the other bear markets bottomed out as percentage-wise.
If you could only buy 6 coins.
So I mean, we can talk this and that and this and that. This is the accumulation zone, my friends. Even if we go lower than the accumulation zone, that's like ultra accumulation zone. That's like lifetime opportunity down there. And I honestly. I don't expect us to go down there. I don't think it's impossible, but if it does, holy shit, man. That's absolutely nuts. You're resetting the whole bull market from last time, which is crazy to me. But here we are. Right here, man. This is where we are. And this is when I ever want a sense of reality, this is the chart I always go to. because it's very simple, and sometimes it gets lost in everything that's happening right now. This is it. Did all this happen in previous bear markets? You know, you had exchanges going down. The problem is there wasn't as many exchanges back in the day. So you obviously had BitConnect getting wrecked. You had freaking. The problem is that back in the previous bear markets, there wasn't as many exchanges, right? Now there's just so much leverage and exchanges going on from the money printing that you're seeing it exasperated. But the good thing is you're getting them wiped out, right? They're getting wiped out. Unfortunately, that's going to kill morale for crypto for a little bit, right? But you know, once again, guys, I think we always forget that. I think everyone has the same feeling right now. It's like you don't think crypto's ever going to come back, and that's the feeling that you want to feel, man, right? That's how it felt down here. I don't know if any of you guys were here in 2018, but when Bitcoin was down here after dropping 50% from 6,000, that's how it felt down here too. You didn't think crypto was going to come back. Everyone was calling for Bitcoin to go to 1K. There was calls for $500 from a lot of popular people you hear now. Right? You didn't think crypto was going to come back here. You know? And listen, I wasn't around back here, but I'm sure the same feeling was around for the people gotten early down here where crypto was never going to come back. It's over, man. It's over. And as much as it sucks that you get that feeling, I mean, as you approach lower prices, that's the feeling that you want to see in the market. And it's not a good feeling. It's not, man. You feel like everything you're doing is the wrong decision. And that's the case. Just like at the highs where everyone thinks it's going to go up forever. You know, as you approach, you know, whatever the low is, whether the low is, I don't know, whether the low is 3K, 8K, 10K, 12K, 14K, or we already saw the low. Who knows? That's how it's going to feel down there. And right now, I said, this is the worst feeling I've seen from ever in crypto. I'm just sort of spieling today, guys, because right now we're waiting on Bitcoin's move, to be honest. Right? There ain't too much to talk about in the Bitcoin charts until we see Bitcoin's next move here. If we want to keep it 100, I'm just sort of spieling today. I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know, guys. Do you guys like me spieling? I don't know. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at, man. I'm late. What is he stealing? Song titles now? Did he contact Queen from publishing rights? Yeah. Let's see. How can I get your mom 2020 certified? What do we mean by certified, B-Water? What do we mean by that? Let's see. Rain alert. You think Gala is a good coin? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's got to go through whatever we're going through now. Yeah. That doesn't mean it can't go lower, right? See, Gala to me actually has a case. A lot of cryptos don't actually have a case, right? Gala is a company that builds games. Are the games great right now? No, the games are horrible. But this is a longer term investment for me. Gala is longer term because Gala actually has a case. You know what I mean? And I think that case is great. They just got to make better games, man. You know what I mean? And I'm sort of banking on them making better games in the future. But right now, blockchain gaming is still kind of shitty, right? And you sort of gotta hope that's gonna pick up, and that's a super longer term hold, man. It's a lot of these stuff. Like a lot of stuff I like to see some use for the stuff that actually invest into, not just like, okay, this is great, price is going up. For the longer term holds, you know. Yeah, altcoins are being altcoins. Like I said, the one I'm looking forward to right now, and I hope I see a little bit more of a retrace. I'm looking at some of these decentralized plays. DYDX is what I'm looking forward to. If it gets a pullback, right? I'll probably scoop some DYDX at like 193 if we get there. And then if it drops back to the lows at 130, that's probably where I'd go for some DYDX at this point. Because I think these will be big going into the future at this point. Right, because everyone's just, I think, done with the centralized exchanges, and I don't think people will ever go back to these lending companies, right? I don't think you'll ever see the BlockFis, the Voyagers, the Celsiuses, I don't think you'll see those type of ones survive in the future. I really, really don't. I don't after this. I don't think big money will trust those companies, those type of companies again. You know? Drew said, I think we're about to have a shitcoin purge. Completely agree, man. And the ones with, I guess, actual companies behind them and the ones with actual use cases behind them, I think we'll make it through. And by making it through doesn't mean they go to zero. It just means that they'll probably drop to a certain price point and they'll just stick. They'll stick there. Kind of like EOS. You guys remember EOS back in the day? Let's see, EOS. Didn't go to zero. But if we look at what EOS did, let's go to the weekly time frame. Here's EOS on the weekly. And it never went to zero, right? It's still at 91 cents. And it's still, I'm pretty sure EOS is still in like the top 200. So it didn't go to zero. But you can notice is over time, it didn't do shit. You know, it actually broke to a new low. And this is probably what you'll see from a lot of altcoins. So, you know, the ones that are like this, like, boop, 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 like this was the bull market here. So EOS went up, but now look where it is. So basically it erased every single one of those gains and actually went 50% lower than the previous lows in the previous bear market, right? So you'll probably see a lot of these. A lot of EOSs. What's another good example? Neo. Is Neo still around? Is Neo one of these examples? Yeah, Neo is another example, right? Neo back down to almost the March of 2020 lows, right? So Neo is another good example. It actually didn't do too bad in the bull market, actually. I mean, too bad. It still went up like 20x. You know, I think people will be dying for 20x at this point. But what about boomer coins that lasted the previous bear? The boomer coins, like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, and you can call Ethereum and Bitcoin boomer coins at this point. You definitely could. Let's see. It's like the Final Destination movie for crypto. Facts, man. It is. It really is, man. It is. I'll see what happens. All right, guys. I guess I don't want to sit on here and waste your guys' time. Like I feel like I'm kind of just rambling this morning, but I mean, I guess that's what it is. Like I'm personally, I mean, everyone's just talking about the same shit. I'm kind of done talking about like the Sam Bankman-Fried shit. It's honestly annoying at this point. It is. You know, I mean, you just see a new exchange go down every day. It's just sad that all these companies just use way too much leverage and they didn't have the money to back it up, man. It's going to put the space back down a lot, and it's honestly just really, really sad. And that's all you can do, right? That's all you can do. You can put your head forward. The silver lining to all this is we get better opportunities to buy lower, man. That's the only better opportunity. That's the only opportunities we get. And I think this also had a lot of silver linings. We get better opportunities. I think it opened people's eyes to not invest in shit coins, like really bad shit coins. Okay, you know, stick to these. At this point, and this is what I've always said. I like to stick to the top 100 and preferably the top 20. Now you can't always be safe with those. FTT, you know, Luna. But those are sort of on centralized things. So I guess those are different. But really, it's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's Polygon, it's Chainlink, things that have been around for a long time and actually have some case to them. You know, those are the ones I'm really sticking to at this point. So that's what we got, right? Stick to the bread and butter. You can't go wrong with the bread and butter, but man, you can get some bread that's stale that looks really, really good, but has some mold in the middle of it and makes you die, right? That's sort of where you're at. So, all right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a stream this morning. I guess I'll see you guys later at 7 p.m. Right? Let's hope we get some price action. Right now, the last couple of days have been horrible. As far as price action goes, right? Pretty much just sideways, not really much going on. So I'll catch you guys at 7. We should see a resolution out of this relatively soon, right? You got lower highs, higher lows. You're getting squeezed. We love when we get squeezed. And that's it, man. That's it. I'll catch you guys later. Adios. Peace out. Catch you guys at 7. Don't do anything out of do. Don't panic say crypto. And most of all, do not panic say your crypto. Adios, my friends. Peace. See you at 7. Take it easy. Oh, some of you guys said in here, if you could buy only 6 coins, what would they be? Oh, that's a good question. Bitcoin, ETH, Polygon, Chainlink. See, right now, that's a tough question. I think that's a tough question. Let me go through. Let me go through a little coin market cap real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Man. See, I want to put BNB in there. It's just that this shit show with these centralized exchanges, man, really puts a sour taste. Like even with BNB, puts me a little bit of sour taste in my mouth. Man, that's a tough question. That's a really tough question. I'm very confident in those 4. I would say at that point, man. Let's see. I really like Algo. I think Algo is actually a good project. I really like Algorand right now, and whoo, man, that's a tough question. I would, man, do I? It gets a little dicey after that, man. You guys saying Uniswap? I like Uni too. Uni's been holding up like a rock, and Uniswap's a good take because they've been holding up a lot in this bear market, and you want to see the ones that have strength in this bear market. Uniswap's been super strong in this bear market, man. That's definitely a good take. That's definitely a good take. You can go Uniswap here, but yeah, I mean, the ones that have sort of been through the trial and error, and I guess Uniswap is definitely a good take, right? So I guess Bitcoin, ETH for sure. Definitely those two. Matic, I think Matic's one that hasn't been through the fire, but it's been so strong in this bear market. It's been ridiculous. I think Matic is such a strong project. Uniswap for the decentralization, especially after all this bullshit that's went down. Chainlink's been through the fire, man. I mean, Chainlink is used for so many things. People like to shit on Chainlink, but it just holds there, man. And I do like Algo. I do like Algo, but people will have their preferences as far as other layer ones, but I guess that's where we're at, bro. That is where we're at. Cardano, yes and no. I would like to see a little bit more out of Cardano, to be honest, at this point. I still hold Cardano. So I'm not selling, a majority of that. That's for a longer term hold as well, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with Cardano. Your mom said I wouldn't touch BTC. You said Adam best. Yeah, Adam's been a beast too. Adam's been a freaking beast too. There's a lot that have been beasts, man. Take your choice with the layer ones. Take your choice. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm out. Take it easy, and as always, don't do anything I want to do. Don't panic sell crypto. Most of all, panic sell crypto. Very clearly, thanks for becoming a member, and Albert Lee, thanks for becoming a member too, man. Catch you guys at 7. All right. Let's hope for some price actions. We actually get something to talk about, man. Something should give here. Something should give relatively soon. Adios, guys. Peace. Don't listen. I mean, not one more thing. Don't listen to the FUD. Well, I guess listen to the FUD. The FUD is real right now. But also, keep your mind off of it, man. There's nothing good comes from just letting your mind linger on the FUD. All right? Peace out, guys. Later.